Hi, everybody. I'm Rootscarn. With me are Chris,
Hello?
Alex,
Hi.
and Josh, who will be behind the controls of Man of Medan, a short narrative horror game.
I'm
How
still
you
not
feel?
exactly sure what this is.
Yeah, so basically, this is bite-sized vending machine style Until Dawn for most of the same price as Until Dawn, which is making people big
$30.
mad. Yeah, it's $30, and the game runs about 4 hours. That's pretty much the first thing you need to know. If you can hear that and not wince, then honestly, I recommend it so far. I have not gotten through the whole thing, but
Hey, I'm
it's
down for a 4-hour movie video game for $30. That sounds good to me, but then
yeah, and
I'm getting really tired of Pillars of Eternities of the world, so...
I mean, honestly, the pitch that I could play this with my wife, switching over the controller, and we would not be locked into doing it for 20 hours. That, frankly, I'm glad that it's shorter. I wasn't super thrilled to pay $30 for it, but I don't need this game to be more long. Let me put it that way. I also know from personal experience that it's very, very hard to write a meaningfully branching game, which is longer. The shorter it is, the more you have to work through twists and kind of make them meaningful. Might as well just hit start game, Josh. The game doesn't launch right away. There's a couple menus.
Oh boy. Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna jump right in. All right, we gotta scroll to the end of this privacy policy. Let's read out the privacy policy. Rutskarn, you can be the first line.
Web beacons.
Let's see. Oh, W skipped end.
Privacy
Remember
policy.
that
Let's
in
play
school?
episode 3.
Where
Remember-
you'd be in one of those classes and it would take all day to read a page because you'd be in a class with a bunch of people who just struggled, and it's I'm so glad we read a page on a paper in this class.
I didn't wait. I just read ahead, and then they'd call on me, and I'd have no idea where the fuck we were.
Sometimes I wonder about whether this is designed for a well-calibrated monitor or not, because I have machine-calibrated my monitor, and this image here that's supposed to go invisible, it gets invisible right around here, and I feel that's way too low.
It's a moot point because you're adjusting this for YouTube compression, so you need to crank the brightness to the point where it's slightly too bright anyway.
Yeah, well, that would be right there then.
Yeah, I had to learn that lesson the hard way with Horror Addict.
I love this. Don't play alone. Play alone.
I think that's cute. So play alone is single player. Don't play alone is you play local multiplayer or online multiplayer, which this game has an online multiplayer feature that I don't actually know how it works. If we were super committed, we'd be using it right now, but we're not. So we're just gonna have it.
All right.
From what I understand, it's like Jackbox style.
Yeah, they have another game that was called Hidden Agenda, which I believe was not a horror title. I think it was a cop procedural title where multiple people could play different characters and make decisions for them, and you basically got assigned a role, and when you were on the screen you could it was either voting or you got assigned a role and you could choose which way your character acted, and I think it works similarly in this game.
Yeah, I played Hidden Agenda at a party once.
Subtitle languages.
What was that? What was it like, Alec?
Well, I mean, I don't even know if we got it working properly because the app was just it was just a bad integration. I just remember it's not like Jackbox where you just log into a website. You have to download the app and get everyone going on that, and that's just a big pain in the butt, and I think we probably just gave up. But then it's what other situation would you enjoy it if not with a group of people in the living room with you at a party scenario?
Yeah, pretty much. So I don't actually know if it is that or if it is it is the couch co-op. Like how I play with my wife is just you have one controller and you trade it off when it's your character's turn to play.
Escape does not work in that menu. I don't know why. Okay, so let's get this going here. Don't play alone.
No, we're playing alone. We're playing alone.
And we are?
Yes, technically we are playing alone.
I thought we were just going to do movie night, and then I would just do whatever you want me to do for each of your characters.
Well, that is what effectively you're doing. That is effectively what we're doing, but you have the only controller. We don't actually literally have like controls for the game, so the game thinks it's single player, but this is not.
It's past the pad, so it would be exactly the same thing, except explicitly tell you like this is your character, Rutskarn.
Okay, that is for when you literally. That is for literally physically passing the gamepad. So unless you want to ship it to like Northern California, I don't think it's going to work out that well.
I'm saying you would tell me what to do for your guys, and I thought this was what we agreed to do.
Oh no, okay. I'm
Chris
being
told me incorrectly then.
No, I was being dense. Yes, that makes sense. I don't know why I was thinking like it would say switch the controller, and yeah, obviously you would just keep the controller.
Right. No, we need to plug this controller into your PC first.
Okay, as long as you also blame me for failing any QuickTime events that you fail while I'm in control.
Oh, well, of course.
Okay,
right,
also
so
there's a lot of these like decisions are time-based, so we'll really have to see how this works out. If you see a timer, read them off fast.
Right.
I'm not yet sure if I'm going to be playing this co-op or not, because, again, we started it, but then it seemed to have just fucking deleted our save, and I'm really not sure what happened. And it's kind of like, this is not the sort of game, like, it actually bears up to replay really well, because there's, like, lots of different decisions I've heard, and some of the endings apparently are pretty different, but it does not hold up very well to making the exact same decisions again.
What the fuck?
What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm trying.
You chose multiplayer. You are picking how many players and what the names of each player are.
Okay. Right. Yes. Okay. Text input. Right. Let's say I can put. Oh wow, that just undid it. I can put like 2 characters in here and it flips out. I hit shift and it deselects. I don't know what the hell's going on. Like, there's something really weird happening with my keyboard controls right now, because, like, the escape key wasn't working very well. I wonder... I don't have...
You have, like, some other keyboard that's paired?
No. And I don't have my gamepad plugged in either, so... I'm not sure what the hell's going on, you guys.
This is exciting. The controls are already haunted.
Yeah. Well, this is how we're typing these.
Okay, sounds good. This is my favorite movie, by the way. I have this on Blu-ray. Whose butt?
I have no idea.
Well, by process of elimination, it's either me or
you know what? I'm gonna back out of here and see what's going on in the settings menu that could be causing this, because I'm not really sure.
Yeah, this could actually
Peter
be a serious
Stormare,
problem.
or is that somebody else?
It is not Peter Stormare.
Okay.
Yeah, this actually could be a serious problem for the first big QuickTime event where you need to write the Great American Novel in 30 seconds.
Well, you can change it from Xbox to PlayStation icons. Are you sure when? Yeah, whatever.
Okay. Spoilers, this game has interactions. Oh boy, that's great. That's great. The QuickTime events are just bound to random letters. So like if you see an X, you need to hit A?
X is left, Y is up, A is down, B is right.
Oh, that fucking sucks. That's so bad. Are you gonna be able to do that?
Maybe I should try plugging my PS4 controller in.
You should probably try plugging in your PS4 controller, honestly.
Okay, so in an interruption that looked much shorter than the 45 minutes that we've actually been trying to get this to work, I finally got it to recognize my damn controller. We're gonna do this now.
We're not gonna do play alone.
After.
Bold choice.
In the future, Josh is going to ask, "What was your favorite season?" I'm going to say, "I really liked in Man of Medan whenever it would come up with an Xbox QuickTime event prompt and you defeated it with your keyboard." And he's like, "Wait, yeah. But we got the controller working before we did that." And I'll say, "Oh, then I guess our show sucks."
It is still doing weird things with the typing unless I select it with the controller first, so that's weird.
That's fine.
Won't that severely affect the QuickTime events, though?
Well, I'm doing those with the controller, I hope.
You hope.
Yeah. Again, unless the game starts me out writing the Great American Novel, in which case, well, we're going to die anyway. Okay, so we have all of us here. Ready?
Yep. On residence.
So there are 5 people and 4 of us.
You take 2.
Yep. Yeah, you take 2, Josh, obviously.
Okay.
You take 2, and you know what? Assign us our characters.
Well, let's assign your characters first.
Is that guy's name Alex?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Conrad is going to be Chris.
That feels about right.
Alex is going to be
Chris
Alex. Rutskarn. Why is it giving me the people, but they're like not visible here? What the hell? Like I can select Conrad for you, but Conrad's not in the lineup, so.
Maybe it takes it from Chris and gives it to me. I don't know.
What do you think here, Ruts? Brad or Julia?
Honestly, Brad is probably the more appropriate choice.
All right, Brad for you. Unfortunately, there's no Josh in this one, like there was in Until Dawn. So I guess I will be.
Well, we got Alex.
Julia and Fliss.
Fliss, yes.
And something that's locked. I'm not sure what's up with that.
Oh, that's Durl. You have to beat the whole campaign before you can unlock that character.
So it's a Mortal Kombat kind of thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that the famous the famous fighting game franchise Durl's from Mortal Kombat.
Medan of Man.
I really like playing Durl in Mortal Kombat, but honestly, when they have that big ring blade thing, that's a little OP. People get really mad when I pull that out. That's why I always switch to Thanos as soon as I get my heat built up for that.
Right. Yeah. Obviously.
See, this is why the game costs $30, because this say what you will, the supermassive games are gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this game, if anybody thinks that the $30 price tag is greedy, it is not. $30 is an appropriate amount of money for a game with this much work put into it. If you're not happy with that deal, you don't want a game that looks like this and is 4 hours long.
And I think it's interesting that, you can already just kind of tell that this is the same studio that made Until Dawn just from looking at the scene. They have this very subtle but specific, high contrast, high depth of field kind of stuff going on in their style.
It's also worth mentioning that this game probably has about as much unique content as Until Dawn does. Until Dawn gets a lot of mileage out of the fact that it's woods, one cabin with a basement, and caves. There's a couple other environments, but the fact that they're repetitive lets them, I think, stretch things a little bit more, although probably not as much as I'm assuming it does. Probably, if I'd actually talked to one of them, they'd be like, no, it looks all the same, but actually it's twice as much work somehow.
Okay, I was using the wrong stick. Tell me about my son.
It's pretty counterintuitive to use the right stick for this somehow.
Is he gonna grow up all right? Things gonna work out for him?
bamboo.
看这张牌，告诉我，你看到了什么？
Okay.
And a lot of these are systems from Until Dawn. I believe they had an item examination tool.
Yeah,
this,
I think
this
so.
felt weird to me because it feels like you're not actually doing much. It's not like Sherlock Holmes or like LA Noire where you're like kind of examining something. Like this, it feels like it should be just like you press a button and you pick it up and examine it, and you press another button to put it down. The fact that you're like sort of holding something and like is kind of weird.
Wait, what? What does that mean? Hey, what does that mean? What the hell, man? Hey, bud, let me get a go at it.
Oh yeah?
And
This
just
guy's
walks
completely
away.
gobsmacked by the fact that like he got a bad fortune.
Fight? Sure. Let me another quarter.
Would you like your fortune told? Yeah, sure, here you go. Alright, pick one of these tiles. Let me have the bet. Yeah, you fucking suck. Your family sucks. You're all going to die. You're trash. Your grandkids are poop.
Okay. This game has a combat system, sort of.
Absolutely, yeah. And boy, like, I wished I was playing on PC with mouse and keyboard for these kinds of QuickTime events, because I'm really bad at aiming a thumbstick like this. It's very obliging for the dummy to wait until you've done the QuickTime event to attack.
Oh, yeah.
If I had one of these, I would start playing it, and it would hospitalize me 3 times before I'd stop.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, sooner or later, you fuck up, and then you feel like a failure.
Hey, Chuck.
Alright, so I'm working with about, like, 3 seconds of
wanna get
delay
straight.
here.
Come on, man. Just let me
Which
ask
is
you another
really
question.
We
exciting.
really need to get back.
Ooh. Okay, so we've got the kind of same thing that we've got with in Until Dawn, including the fact that I can make their faces look around really weirdly.
Yeah.
I
love
you
it.
guys,
That's kind of a
what the
fun
fuck?
feature.
He looks like he's about to cry at any moment. Like the eyes are
He's got
so
very
glazed
watery
over.
eyes.
Yeah, the wetness of the eyes is a weird.
I like it. Give me more video game characters who are crying while I play them.
Cargo hold two!
Just like, I'm making them crouch down and like punch the ground over and over again. And they're like, stop! Eat expired
I'm trying to think
apple.
of RPGs that let you play through your character's own breakdown. I'm not coming up with too many.
I'm sure if I thought really hard I could come up with at least a few, but... So, forebodings. Nice and ominous. I think
A
slightly
crate.
more than Until Dawn. At least this intro is filmed like a horror movie, as opposed to a video game, and I think that's kind of interesting.
50 cents?
God damn, the roar of that engine is loud.
Yeah.
Buzz off, buddy.
Nobody pushes me around.
I do think it's a little weird because they weren't this drunk when they left.
Yeah. Those like 2 bottles of beer that they drank really kicked in once they got to the ship.
This one to the medical room.
And like, if they hadn't said, come on, we need to get back to the ship, I would have definitely assumed that they just fell into another bar and like got shit-faced. Because obviously.
Yeah, like they didn't seem that drunk when they were doing the punching and the fortune telling.